Yeah, we knew they'd come out and give us their best shot their senior day and all that, but our guys were focused on finishing. That was our word this week, was finishing, and we played pretty well. There were some things we want back, obviously, but to be able to rush for that, I thought our defense played well. Really the only disappointment I have is we turned the ball over. And you can't do that. And then when we had our twos in there, in the last whole fourth quarter, they got to perform a little bit too. But you're 12-0 here after the turnover when I got here in December, and then the turnover again in the spring. And if you'd have said, "Hey, we're 12-0," I would have said you're crazy. But this team bought into each other, and just what a tremendous season.
You get those 441 yards on the ground, not a 100-yard rusher, very balanced. You had 9 different ball carriers. What did you like about the balance with who did carry the ball here today?
Well, we did. We tried to get a lot of people in there, and this late in the year, you're trying to keep as many guys as fresh and those fresh legs, and it was good to see everybody get involved. Obviously, Von Blue got back. It was good to get him out there. James Joyner, what a great run there at the touchdown. So getting guys and the confidence they're playing. It's big, and normally we have 100-plus rusher here or there, but our guys did a nice job of being balanced, and our O-line did a great job.
How much was it ground and pound today versus we do want balanced throw? And you mentioned a minute ago, you joked you only had less than 30 yards passing. So did that surprise you at all?
Did a little bit. Obviously, it was windy, so when you were going against that wind, it was challenging. But I thought they did a nice job. They weren't going to let us beat them deep. They were staying deep on the play action. And, when that happens, you can bang your head up against the wall and say, hey, we're going to try to keep throwing it. Or, hey, let's do what's working. And that's what happened. Obviously, you'd love to have more and make some of the passes and some of the things that you did there or, connect on some of them. But some of our passes were drop backs and he ended up running, and so that happens. But they were really trying to not get beat deep and wanted to see if we were patient enough to run the ball. And we'll need to be better, obviously, next week, but we'll take it.
All right, let's flip-flop and talk about the defense. You hold them to 271 total yards. A season low for your rush defense, 50 yards given up, and that's something that the Miners love to do, but you shut them down here today.
We did a great job there. I was surprised they came out trying to throw it a little bit more, and I don't know if I don't know what their game plan was from that standpoint, but when they did try to run, we did well. And we're going to have to do that. We know, that was a big emphasis of what they've done all year long, and for us to be able to hold them like that and play well, I was really pleased with their defense, and we're going to have to be clicking next week.
Wrapping things up with the head coach Jamie Chadwell. Liberty wins 42-28. UTEP wraps up the regular season 12-0. The significance of that mark right now, 12-0 before the Conference USA Championship. What'd you tell your team before the game about potentially going 12-0 here today?
Well, one, I told them before the season started, you have opportunity to make history at FBS. It's not certain things that happen here, for us to be 12-0 at the university never happened, but also there's not an FBS program that's ever won 12 games in a season in the state of Virginia, and that's been since 1888. To be the first to accomplish that. We've been at FBS 5 years now. Just making history like that is just something that you didn't start out to do, but because of the success the team's had and what they've been able to do, you've been able to make some of those. And we'll look back on it, as coaches, you're, all right, what's next? What next? I'm thinking about next week. We'll look back on it and just how special it was, and especially being new, everybody not knowing how's coach going to handle taking over for a legendary coach and this or that. And, and all the losses that we had, and our team is just, they bonded together, and we'll look back on it from in one day, but right now is not the time.
Jamie, you mentioned next Friday night, Conference USA Championship in Lynchburg. Now you can look and forward that focus to New Mexico State a second time.
Most important, game we played. It's obviously we're thankful to be home in Williams. We're going to need a tremendous crowd. They're playing well. I don't know if they won the day or not. They probably did. And so they're coming in hot, 10-win team, and it's going to be a battle. They're a way better team than when they were in the beginning of the season, but I think we are too. And we're going to have to play well to win, but thankful to be in it.